Ok, David Knopfler.
Whistle how back at my past with forgiveness and affection. I'm wondering where you are now. I'm wondering where you are now. Introspection, sad reflections as the bullshit hit the wall in the belly of the beast and the sickness of the soul of America is small of America is small. Shadowed street, what could you say? Midnight birds have no words, all traces blown away, all traces blown away. Hypnotized by your stunning lies, perhaps I'm better off without you. In the end, better off without you in the end. Thank you.
Dopo aver fondato Dire Straits, alla fine Dire Straits in poi, che direzione lui ha deciso di intraprendere a un certo punto?
After Dire Straits. What about after Dire Straits?
Obviously.
Sorry, what was the question? I still don't understand.
After you ceased your work, did I do after I left? Oh, well, okay. So there was Dire Straits from 1910 to 1913. No, that's not true. From 1977 to 1980, I was in Dire Straits. And then I started my solo career in 83, which is however many years, 83 plus 17. It's about 40 odd years. 34, is it? Okay.
Yeah. Lui è stato nei Dire Straits soltanto i primi 3 anni, dal 77 all'80. Ha iniziato la sua carriera solista poi dall'83 in poi.
Questo lo sappiamo, però la domanda era se lui ritiene di aver preso delle decisioni artistiche differenti nel momento in cui ha deciso di andare avanti da solo.
Were your artistic direction changed when you left the Dire Straits? What was the new direction?
Not so much, no, not really. I mean, you can still hear a Dire Straits influence in my material today. But the biggest change for me wasn't actually going from Dire Straits to David Knopfler. The biggest change was later, around about my 6th album. I decided I didn't want to hear this kind of bam, 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 you know.
This is what I mean.
I didn't want any more of that. So around about 1995 I went acoustic, and I've pretty much stayed true to that since then.
Non c'è stato un grosso cambiamento rispetto alla musica che faceva i Dire Straits, ancora adesso ne è influenzato. Poi dal 93 in poi, da quando è cominciato a diventare più acustico, naturalmente c'è stato un cambiamento.
Giulia, tu avevi qualcosa segnato?
Sì, volevo sapere appunto quali erano state le maggiori problematiche che aveva incontrato nella produzione solista rispetto all'esperienza del gruppo, invece quali i principali vantaggi nell'essere solista rispetto all'essere in un gruppo.
Your pro and cons in you working on your own instead of working inside a band.
Sorry, I still don't get the question.
What are the good things about working on your own as a solo artist, and the problems?
Well, both are great, both are different. You know, when you're on your own, you're grateful that you have the space. There's just you on the stage, just one guitar, maybe 2 of you, 3 of you. It's very in control. I'm about to go back out though with a 6-piece band, you know, and that's a very different, more industrial process. And of course, working with family, terrible idea, you know, but that's how it goes.
Ovviamente è molto differente lavorare con una band di 6 elementi e suonare da solo su un palco con una chitarra. In più lavorare con la famiglia non è mai una buona idea.
Il pubblico del film è costituito prevalentemente da musicisti. Siamo interessati al tipo di relazione che c'è tra lui e il mondo della chitarra. Thanks.
The guitar is my second instrument. I actually play pianos too. So I compose quite often on the piano, sometimes on the guitar, sometimes just here with a pen. If you gave me an accordion, I'd probably try and figure out how to play it. I mean, songwriting is a second language, and it's not about so much the instrument as the song. You know, you're chasing the song.
Il suo secondo strumento, la chitarra, ma in realtà potrebbe, se tu gli dessi una fisarmonica, sarebbe suonare anche quella. Il punto è che dipende non è tanto lo strumento, ma naturalmente è il compositore, il modo in cui approcci la cosa.
Chiaro, clear.
Sì, mi interessava sapere se nella sua esperienza di autore, quindi di songwriter, come dire, ha mai pensato di scrivere anche per altri, e se sì, chi sono le persone per cui scriverebbe?
Would you like to write a song for another artist, and if so, who is it?
Oh, for who? Well, anyone that wants my work is welcome. Anybody. I do write. You write the song to be the song. You don't really write the song to be for anybody. The song is the song. It has its own life. It would be nice if other artists wanted to cover them, and I wouldn't really care who that was. It's a nice check, whoever does it.
Lo farebbe per chiunque, non è importante per chiunque fosse interessato, lui sarebbe contento di farlo.
In quali posti del mondo gli è capitato di suonare di recente e se gli capita, come spesso accade ai musicisti, di cogliere qualcosa dai paesi in cui si è trovato a suonare di interessante e importante per la sua attività artistica.
Talking about your recent gigs around the world, are there some particular places where you were inspired? Did you get something important from the places where you played?
Dal punto di vista musicale, strettamente musicale, non cultural.
Yeah. Well, there's lots of wonderful places. Italy, obviously, right up there on the top of great places to be. America is very inspirational. Australia is great. They always, in Australia, there are no problems. There are only solutions. There are just lovely people everywhere in the world. It's one world, one planet. I don't really notice borders and boundaries that much. I don't really relate to countries as such.
Ma dal punto di vista strettamente musicale, intendo.
Britain's decision, musical. I do politics. I don't do that so much. I don't know really. You get your ideas from so many different places. Sometimes the geography influences you, but it's not an obvious thing. You know, when I was in America, you could hear it. When I was living in America, you could hear that there were certain influences coming in. You know, and you write about the things you discover, obviously. So where you live matters, but I could write anywhere.
Ci sono diversi posti che gli sono piaciuti recentemente, l'Italia naturalmente al numero 1, America, Australia, ma non è che ci sia un posto in particolare, perché poi lui ovviamente è influenzato dalle persone che vivono in quel posto, dalle sensazioni, da quello, ma niente di particolarmente legato alla musica.
L'abbiamo visto, è entrato al film, Davide, è entrato al film di modo completamente incognito. Vado piano per te così ti memorizzi tutto quello che dico. Senti bene, ha fatto un giro da solo perché non ha avvertito nessuno. Che cosa il film, diciamo, in tutta quest'area l'ha interessato di più e che cosa non ha amato?
You worked firstly here as an unknown, I mean, as in incognito, we say, and you took around the film fair. Is there something positive that you caught, that you see inside, yeah, and something bad or negative that you said that you?
Okay. I'm not sure I understood the question, but I think you're talking about my reaction to the fair. Sure. Well, I've been to a few of these events in my time, and I'm never a fan of the competing volume here, noise there, noise here, drums here, keyboards there. You know, I like my audio to work for me, and music festivals music fairs are notoriously difficult for that. Everybody wants to be heard, you know. So my impression is that it's overwhelming for me because I'm used to sitting in a very quiet room with just a guitar and not a sound, you know.
In realtà c'è fin troppo, lui è stato in alcuni eventi di questo tipo, è che ci sono tante cose perché ci sono tante cose diverse e tutte vogliono catturare la tua attenzione, tutte vogliono essere ascoltate e quindi per lui è una cosa che in un certo senso lo opprime un po', lo confonde, preferisce starsene in una stanza da solo con la chitarra che è molto più, perché è più una cosa più intima, perché lui è fatto così.
Siamo tutti fatti così, il problema è che siamo tutti fatti così e lo capiamo perfettamente. Noi abbiamo quest'anno questi pannelli fonoassorbenti che ha abbassato un pochino. It's incredible. It's unique. It's unique.
È lo stesso a Francoforte, è proprio la natura delle cose, insomma, di come sono fatte.
Volevo chiedere a David se...
Chiedi.
Chiedo. Volevo chiedere a David se nelle giovani band, se ha ascoltato in alcune giovani band dei giorni nostri, ha ritrovato l'entusiasmo dei primi Dire Straits, ma in genere direi della scena scozzese degli anni, insomma, di fine anni 70.
Talking about the newer bands, did some of them caught your attention or remind you of the first days when you started playing music with Dire Straits or in your area?
I don't think I understood the question, but I'll try. Dire Straits was Dire Straits. It was the 1970s. I mean, it was a very different, very different world then. Young bands today are chasing a very different objective. They're trying to get profile raised. They're trying to get name recognition, brand recognition. They're savvy. They're aware of marketing. They're aware of branding. They're aware of the business. In my day, it was yeah, down's always good. less is always more. In my day, it was really just about making music and getting a record deal. The record companies were God. They decided who got the deal and they decided who didn't. And so, you know, and you were just a young bunch of guys chasing a dream, and it was simple. Now it's very complicated, and you have social media, you have your profile has to be this, has to be that. You've got to be live. The whole live thing is everything. Alles, it's all of it. You know, you can't get anywhere as a young band now just hoping that somehow somebody else will do the legwork. Record companies won't look at you until you don't need them. They're like banks now. You know, when you want to borrow from a bank, you can borrow from the bank when you don't need the money, but when you do need the money, they're not there. That's record companies now. It's a different world. Very, very different. I mean, it was just an innocent time, really, the 70s by comparison.
I tempi sono molto differenti, perché quando lui ha iniziato le band più che altro suonavano con l'entusiasmo e con l'idea di avere un contratto discografico, quello era l'obiettivo, avere un contratto discografico, riuscire a farci, naturalmente avere una carriera, ma erano anche abbastanza naif, se vogliamo, nell'approccio, mentre adesso la gente è molto più, i ragazzi sono molto più scaffati, conoscono molto di più le regole del business, ma quello che gli interessa a loro non è tanto suonare, divertirsi, non inseguono tanto quel tipo di sogno quanto essere conosciuti, diventare famosi, quindi sanno benissimo le regole del marketing, dei social media e tutto quanto, e vogliono fondamentalmente avere un profilo noto, farsi conoscere, è molto diverso.
Ma riesce a vivere dalla sua musica?
Can you still live with your music?
I love my music.
Yes, I know you love your music.
Sorry? Oh, do I still make a living from it? Do I still make money? Sure, yeah. Not today.
With the record or with the concert?
With the new records,
Yeah, not so much records, obviously. Live work. Live work pays the bills, and royalties still come in from Dire Straits and from film work and bits and pieces. But, you know, yeah, you can make a living in the music business. But my God, you've got to be determined these days. Yeah, it's a lot harder than it was.
Ovviamente è molto più dura di una volta, comunque sì, ce la fa.
Che cosa vuole fare David Knopfler da grande?
Soon, not yet. I want to make another record. I'm always interested in the next record. I'm songwriting, I have songs I want to get recorded. Going to the studio to record is, for me, like going to church. It's my church. So I'm looking forward to that. I have a tour planned for June, more shows later in the year. Time with my family and my lovely wife is always great. You know, those things.
Naturalmente vuole scrivere nuove canzoni, registrare un nuovo disco, andare in tour in giugno e poi naturalmente il suo futuro è la sua adorata moglie.
E per secondo me possiamo incominciare a chiamare Verdiano Vera.
Ma sì, chiamiamolo che è lì che scalpita, per dare un riconoscimento che il FIM assegna a David Knopfler. Vabbè, si è persa la mia penna, come Legend of Rock.
You are my true north, my true east, my true west. Oh honey, you're my true north, the one that I love best. I will remember this, my love, beyond the perfect bliss. Yes, and your soft caress, I will remember this. I will remember all of this, how we burned, how we kissed. I'll remember all of this, yeah, I'm the one that's blessed. I'm the one that's blessed. You are my true north, my true east, my true west. Oh honey, you're my true north, the one that I love best. I will remember this, how we loved and how we kissed. After all this loneliness, I'm the one that's blessed. I'm the one that's blessed. My love, beyond the lethal death, the passion and the truth at last. I'm the one that's blessed. You are my true north, my true east, and my true west. Oh honey, you're my true north, the one that I love best. The one that I love best. The one that I love best.
Knopfler, thank you for being there.
Thank you all, thank you.